let's delve a little bit deeper into the Stripe section. Now, when we create a checkout page, what happens is our website communicates with Stripe and it tells Stripe, hey, I want to create a new checkout page and it has these details. Send the customer to that page and then they can take the payment. The problem is that when we send the client back to our website, the Stripe cannot communicate back to us. We need to open up a webhook, we call it, or like an endpoint or a URL for Stripe to talk to that tells it, hey, if you send any information to this URL, we will be listening and we can then do other things based off of that. So what that means is Stripe would send us details, status updates, and we can then send off emails or we can mark a payment as complete and do various other things. So let's get this working. So we've got our one-way direction, we've got our publishable key, and we've got our secret key to go from us to Stripe. We now need to sort out the communication of Stripe back to us. You can see down here, there is a webhook signing secret and a webhook endpoint URL. Now the URL will be different. It won't be localhost. I'm using that as a test install on my machine for this demo. Yours will have your particular domain and it probably won't have that port number. Let's head over to Stripe and let's figure out how to do this. So you want this page. Now to find this page, all you have to do is find webhooks. In webhooks, you again make sure that you're in either testing mode or live mode. You have to create a different one for whatever mode you're in. Create your destination. So add a destination. And for your account, you want to come down and find checkout. So select all checkout events. Now, this just means that when any of these particular events happen, Stripe is going to communicate back to our site that this event has happened, and then we can do things. So for instance, if somebody completes a session, then we know they've paid, we know that they've done everything. Stripe lets us know, and then we can fire off some emails and mark that the payment has been taken. Press continue. Webhook endpoint, make sure that's selected. Continue. Now we can give it a name. So I'm just going to put test webhook. Give it something better than that. Now here is where you put your URL. So this is where Stripe needs to know what this URL is. Now, like I said, this is going to be different for everybody. This is not going to work for me. I'm just going to paste this in, and it's going to say public URLs are not accessible. I'm just going to change that. I'm just going to cover this. So this is my IP address. So Stripe can communicate directly with my machine, and hopefully that should work. Now, add a description, send back to Stripe class bookings, or any description you want, and then create it. Once it's done, you can see that it's active. Your URL will be there. You should now be up and going, except for we need to put this signing secret in. So you can see here that this you can copy. All right, so just copy that, head back to your settings, and this is where we paste in your signing secret. Save the settings, and now we should be ready to go. You can test this, so let's have a look at the test page. We've got our form. This is a one-off event, so just put in test at test.com, pay with Stripe. This will create the checkout page, so we've now created it. Put in the test data, so this is a test credit card number from Stripe, and then future date, anything, AB 12 AB. And now when we click pay, that will trigger in Stripe that completed status, and that will tell the website, hey, this person has paid. So, and actually, before I press pay, we're going to go over to the class booking. You can see here that this is that person, this is me doing the test at test, and you can see that it's currently pending. Okay. If we edit it, yeah, you can see that the details are pending, and you can see the session details and more information there. When we click pay, this is going to now send the user back, and you will see that there is now the details are available for the person. This is the information that has been sent back from Stripe. And if I refresh this page, you can see that it's been paid. And that's now set up because of that webhook, okay? And that's pretty much it. So we've set up our two-way communication. We've set up creating the checkout and now the webhook to come back. The emails will work, and everything else will work. That's literally all you need to do. Remember, if you switch to live mode, you will probably need to create a live endpoint and a new signing secret as well. And that is it.